Just 7 at-bats on the spring, 2 hits. Coming in with a slugging percentage of .286, looking to get things rolling here for the Bulldogs. Lopes looking to bounce back, like I just said, from their loss to Boise State. And what a better way to do it right here with right-hander Ryan Denhart coming off a masterful 7-inning complete game performance where she only allowed 1 earned run yesterday against North Dakota. 2-1 pitch, fastball misses on the outside corner, and the count is 3 balls and 1 strike.
To add to her amazing outing last night, she also had a career high and a GCU Division I record of 14 strikeouts.
Denhart coming in to this afternoon with a 2-1 record as that 3-1 pitch drops in there for a called strike, and the count is full at 3-2. So the speedy Kennedy trying to get on base here for the Bulldogs with Olivia Vineyard on deck. 3-2 offering from Denhart. Fastball chopped right back to Denhart. Feels it cleanly. Fires to first. And it's going to pull the first baseman off the bag. So Kennedy reaches. Keaton unable to get her foot down there at first base after the wild throw from Denhart. So the leadoff runner is on for Yale. Runner on first, nobody out, and that will bring up the junior center fielder, Olivia Vineyard. Vineyard looking for her first hit of the season. Only has 2 at-bats this spring thus far. So very little showing thus far. Looks to make an impact right away here in this one as she takes that first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0.
Lopes look to get a 1-2-3 inning here and start those bats off at the bottom of this first inning.
1-0 offering. Ripped right back to Denhart. She gets a second chance. Goes for the easy out at first. Dropped there by Keaton as it trickles into shallow right field. Moving from first to third is Kennedy. So the Lopes not helping themselves out, to say the least, here to start the top half of the first inning. 2 ground balls right back to Denhart, and we have runners on first and third with nobody out. So the first one, Denhart, overthrows to first base. Second one not handled cleanly by Jordan Keaton. So the Lopes find themselves in a bit of a jam here with runners on the corners, nobody out. Annie Tarde digs in. The junior hitting .500, just 3 hits and 6 at-bats. Throw down to second, not in time. So Olivia Vineyard with the delayed steal there. Swipes second base, so runners on second and third now. As that caught the Lopes off guard. Kaylee Holland did not see the initial steal there from Vineyard. Oh, 1 offering from Denhart. Off speed. Misses the outside corner. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. So Denhart coming into this one with a 2.92 ERA. Like I said, 2 wins, 1 loss. 3 complete games thus far. It's only given up 28 hits. 2 quick errors here in the top half of the first inning. See if she can get out of the jam as the 1-1 pitch just misses on the inside corner, and the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Tarde, that one's bunted down. Run will score. Play to first is in time. So an RBI there for Tarde. Her first of the season, and it's 1-0 Yale here in the first. So the Lopes errors come back to haunt them here early on. As Kennedy comes around to score. Carlin Hagmeyer will now dig in. The senior just hitting 167. Longwood, Florida native, looking to give the Bulldogs an early 2-0 lead with 1 swing. That first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0.
Denhart is a sophomore transfer from Maryland, and at her time at Maryland, she recorded the most strikeouts for a freshman since 2006.
1-0 pitch just misses outside, 2-0. So Denhart not getting the benefit of the doubt from the home plate umpire here early on as well, as she looks to get in rhythm here. Two-0 pitch just misses inside, and the count is 3-0. So a couple of close pitches here not going Denhart's way as she looks to battle back here, down 3-0 to Hagmeyer. Grobman on deck, the sophomore. Again, these Yale hitters not seeing much action thus far this season. Getting an opportunity here this weekend in Phoenix, Arizona, as the 3-0 pitch drops in there for a called strike. Count 3 balls and 1 strike. One pitch misses on the outside corner for ball 4, so runners on the corners and 1 out. Ryan has not been wild, though she has not been getting those calls on those close outside pitches thus far here in the top of the first inning. So that will bring up the catcher and 5-hitter Sydney Grobman. Again, the sophomore just hitting 167 as well, just 1 hit and 6 at-bats. First pitch squares to bunt. Another delayed steal by Yale. Another successful one as the runner moves over to second base. So runners on second and third now, again with 1 out.
Yale trying to push that squeeze situation and get the runner home from third.
Boise State picked up 3 quick runs in the top of the first inning earlier on today against the Lopes. Bulldogs looking to do the same right now with 1 swing of the bat as the 0-1 pitch misses inside. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Again, Denhart 7 innings of work yesterday against North Dakota, only allowing 1 earned run. Lexi Coons had 2 shutout innings against Michigan State yesterday, came into today's ball game through an inning of work, gave up 3 runs. So that ball is grounded to second base. Torvell comes home with it, not in time. 2-0 Bulldogs as Olivia Vineyard comes around to score. So the Bulldogs putting the wheels in motion here early on in the top of the first, as the Lopes gathered together on the mound to calm down their right-hander. We saw it earlier today with 3, like I said, 3 runs in the first inning against Boise State. Morrison was able to settle the Lopes down with 3 shutout innings before giving up 2 runs in the 5th. Ryan Denhart looking to get out of trouble with just 2 runs allowed here in the top of the first. And that will bring up the shortstop for the Bulldogs, Courtney Ponce. Looking for her first hit of the season, has 1 RBI already. Corners in. Second and short playing back on this one, looking for the ground ball double play here as that pitch is chopped foul, count 0-1. Ponce scoring for the bunt yet again here on 0-1. Pulls back. Lays off the 0-1 off-speed pitch as it clips the outside corner, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So Denhart looking to utilize the pitches in her arsenal here as she looks for the big punch out here against Ponce. Olivia Stardoff waiting on deck. Pitch ripped into right field for a base hit. That's going to score another run. Moving from first to third is Grobman. She's going to be gunned down by the right fielder Nicoletti. So a run will score on the play. It's an RBI single for Courtney Ponce, and it is 3-0 Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs thus far duplicating what the Broncos did just a number of hours ago in the first inning against these Lopes. As Olivia Sardoff digs in, the freshman. This will be her first official plate appearance this spring. Looking to do damage here against Denhart. First pitch fastball. Laid off for a ball, 1-0. Pitch inside for a ball, 2-0. Olivia, native of Marlborough Township, New Jersey, in Colts Neck. East Coast not quite ready for spring yet, so she's going to get some plate appearances here this weekend out in the desert. Fastball misses low, and the count's 3-0. So Denhart, again, not getting those close strike calls from the home plate umpire thus far in this one, and it's proved to play a big factor thus far in her performance here in the first inning. 3-0 offering. Fastball clips the outside corner. Count 3-1. Pitch ripped to short, under the glove of Smith, and it trickles into left field for a base hit. So Sardoff picks up a base hit. Runners on first and second now. Another runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs as they look to add to their 3-0 lead. So that will do it for Ryan Denhart. Goes 2/3 of an inning in this one, giving up 3 runs on 2 hits, and Lexi Coons will make her second appearance of the day, 3rd in this tournament thus far. So again, Lexi, like I said before, pitched an inning here earlier this afternoon against Boise State, allowing 3 runs in the top half of the 6th inning. So she looks to get out of the jam here with runners on first and second and 2 outs. That'll be the third baseman, Katie Tews, due up for Yale. Freshman as well, looking for her first hit and 5 plate appearances. And though Boise State was 9-2 coming in to this afternoon's win against the Lopes, Yale sitting at 0-3 to start the season, still looking for their first win. Making a big case for it so far here in this one. Lopes looking to get back to an even 500 after falling today to the Broncos. Record now 6-7 overall. So it looks like Lexi Coons is ready as Tews now digs in. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Fastball just misses outside, 1-1.
Lopes are looking to get out of this inning with just a 3-0 deficit.
Tews, a Wisconsin native. As the 1-1 offering, sliced on the ground to second. Torville has it, throws to first for the final out of the inning, but not before Yale picks up 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2 runners on. We head to the bottom of the first. It is Yale 3 and the Lopes coming to bat. It's time for the upcoming schedule, brought to you by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Baseball takes on UC Riverside this Tuesday, while the men's basketball team faces off against Eastern New Mexico on Wednesday. And then softball will return next weekend to host the Lopes Up Classic. Catch it all here on GCU TV. So a bit of deja vu here in the top of the first inning for the Lopes, allowing 3 runs here against the Yale Bulldogs. Again, they allowed 3 runs in the top of the first inning earlier today against the Boise State Broncos.
Boise State did shut down the Lopes bats, but let's see what the Lopes can do against Yale's pitcher, Conaway.
So it was Kelsey Brodus earlier today for Boise State. Another masterful performance for Brodus. Now improves her record to 5-0 with a 6th inning complete game shutout, her 3rd of the season. Let's see what Yale has in store for the Lopes right here. Nick Conway, the left-hander, on the mound. So the Lopes facing their 2nd southpaw of the afternoon. This will be Conway's first appearance of the season. So looking to get off to a good start, Gianna Nicoletti will lead things off for Grand Canyon. It'll be Nicoletti, Holland, and Shea Smith. Gianna went 0 for 3 earlier today. Hit the ball hard on several occasions. As the first pitch gets away from Conway there, and the count is quickly 1-0. Corners in for the Bulldogs as they try to get the speedy Nicoletti as she slaps that one on the ground to short. Bobbled there by the shortstop. Play is not going to be made. Thrown away as it trickles down the right field line, and moving to second is Nicoletti. So Gianna Nicoletti picks up the infield base hit, advances to second on the throw. So the Lopes in business to start off here in the bottom of the first. Runner on second and nobody out.
Already off to a good start to have a runner in scoring position for Kaylee Holland. Like we mentioned in the first game, she does have power to knock one out of here.
So the shortstop Courtney Ponce unable to field that one cleanly. An errant throw allowing Nicoletti to move into scoring position. Here comes Kaylee Holland, 1 for 1. Pinch hit in the first game as she lays down a perfect bunt down the first base line. Moves the runner over to third base, and that's how you draw it up. Perfectly executed sacrifice bunt for Katie Holland, and that will bring up Shea Smith. So Shea will dig in here. Picked up one hit against Brodus in the bottom half of the third inning earlier today. Went 1 for 3. Looks to pick up the RBI here. Lopes looking to get on the board for the first time this afternoon. Pitch misses up, count 1-0.
Shea is leading the Lopes with a .463 batting average.
.1-0 offering from Conway. Fastball ripped, fouled on the first base line. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Again, Shea with 5 hits in the last 2 days. Picked up 4 hits in the nightcap of the doubleheader last night against North Dakota. One pitch, clips the outside corner. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Shea also picked up 2 hits and 2 at-bats in the day cap of that doubleheader against Michigan State yesterday afternoon, picking up an RBI and a walk as well. So 7 total hits in the last 3 games, make it 8, and the Lopes are on the board. An RBI single for Shea Smith. Nicoletti scores, and it's a 3-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first. So Smith not trying to do too much with that swing. Pokes her bat out, laces it into left center field. Past Ponce there at short, and the Lopes are on the board for the first time today. Again, they were shut out 8-0 earlier today. So a 3-1 ball game as Sierra Smith digs in as the tying run. First pitch from Conway, fastball misses up, count 1-0. So we'll see if the Lopes bats can reignite the fire after 15 total runs yesterday. And after being shut out by Brodus earlier this afternoon, 1-0 from Conway. Pitch popped up, playable for the catcher, she will have it. So Sydney Groman makes the play, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Sierra Smith just getting underneath that fastball. She popped it in the air. And that will bring up the first baseman, Jordan Keaton. Again, the junior hitting 100 on the season. Grounded out in her only plate appearance in the bottom half of the 6th inning earlier today against Boise State. Fastball misses outside, count 1-0. Just a few changes here in this Lopes lineup from what we saw earlier today. Kaylee Holland getting the start behind home plate, batting second. Jordan Keaton, of course, playing first base in the 5-hole for this one. Two-0 offering to Keaton. Fastball, ripped foul. Keaton just missing that one as the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Nick Conway from Tucson, Arizona. That pitch is fouled off, 2-2. So feeling right at home, you might say, here in Phoenix, just a 2-hour drive north of here. We had 2-2 pitch here to Jordan Keaton. Runner leads off first. 2 outs, 3-1 Bulldogs. Bottom of the first. Pitch. Fastball misses up and the count runs full at 3-2. So the Lopes look to get the tying run on here in the first inning with Savannah Torville waiting on deck. Lopes looking to get her to the plate here in the bottom of the first, looking to do more damage. After giving up 3 runs in the top of the first, Lopes look to get it all right back here in the bottom half. Payoff pitch. Ripped foul. Straight back, so the count remains full at 3-2. Be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for Yale once we enter the top half of the second inning, as that pitch is ripped past the glove of the third base side and into left field for a base hit. So Jordan Keaton picks up her first hit of the afternoon, and the Lopes have the tying run on first base.
Keaton put up a battle for that base hit to get the Lopes a runner on both bases, first and second, to bring up the freshman Savannah.
So Katie Two's the third baseman, unable to get a glove on that one as it trickled into left field. Like you just mentioned, Darby, Savannah Torville at the dish. One swing of the bat could put the Lopes in front for the first time today. First pitch fastball, check swing, grounder to second. Not what Savannah wanted to do there, as that will end the bottom half of the first inning. So the Lopes score 1 on 2 hits. They leave 2 runners on. Let's go to the top half of the second inning. It's a 3-1 Bulldogs lead. We'll be right back here on GCU TV.
About time you watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Back here on GCU TV, so the Lopes come across with 1 run in the bottom half of the first inning. RBI single from Shea Smith. As we head to the top half of the second inning here in Phoenix, Lexi Coons back on out here for the second inning. Came on in relief for Ryan Denhart, who only threw 2/3 of an inning this afternoon, giving up 3 earned runs on 2 hits. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Yale Bulldogs. That's the first pitch from Coons. Misses low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Maya Seifert, the right fielder at the dish for the Bulldogs. Batting average of 200 thus far and just 5 at-bats. Indiana native takes a strike on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Lopes with a big spot in the bottom of the first inning with Savannah Torville at the plate. So that pitch skied in the air down the right field line. And the play is going to be made there by Gianna Nicoletti for the first out as she ranges into foul territory to make the catch. So 1 up, 1 down. As that'll swing things back to the top half of the order for Yale with Shelby Kennedy, the left fielder. Kennedy reaching on an error in her last at-bat. Remember, in the top half of the first inning, the stage was set with 2 ground balls right back to Ryan Denhart. With Jordan Keaton unable to come away with both throws from Denhart, putting runners on the corners, first and third with nobody out. Which eventually led to a big 3-run inning for the Bulldogs, looking to pick up their first win of the spring. So that fastball misses outside, count evens up at a ball and a strike. But as I was saying before, it was runners on first and second and 2 outs, 3-1 Bulldogs lead when Savannah Torville came to the plate. First pitch fastball, check swinged on it and grounded softly to second base to end the inning. So that pitch is cut on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch misses outside, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch fouled straight back by Kennedy as the count remains 2-2. Two from Coons. Fastball cut on and missed. And Kennedy will take a seat, so Coons picks up her first strikeout of this ball game. 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the second inning. And that'll bring up Olivia Vineyard. First pitch, grounded to Torville on 1 hop, makes the play, an easy 1-2-3 inning for Lexi Coons. Coons seen a lot of action here in these past couple of days in this tournament. So we will head to the bottom half of the second inning. Lopes trail by 2. It is 3-1 Bulldogs. You can get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV25 to get 25% off for being a GCU TV member. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
Despite the Bulldogs having a 3-1 lead, the Lopes have been off to a good start compared to the game against Boise. They got a run back. The bats look alive. Defense is doing well. Let's see in this inning if they can chip away at that lead.
And Nick Conway proving early on that she's not quite as dominant as Kelsey Brodus was earlier this afternoon. Still a lot of softball left in this one. We'll see if Conway could settle down after allowing 1 run on 2 hits in the first. She'll deal with the bottom third of the Lopes order, as it will be Olsen, Dowdle, and Kay. So Taylor Olsen digs in. Was hitless in 2 at-bats earlier today against Brodus before being pinch hit for later on in the game. Is hitting 158 right now with just 3 RBIs. So looking to break out in a big way here in the bottom of the second inning. Lopes looking to get something rolling right off the bat as the first pitch misses up an inside count, 1-0.
It would be great to see Olsen get things started off for the Lopes like she did yesterday in the 4th inning.
Pitch misses up, count moves to 2-0. Pitch misses low, and the count is 3 balls and no strikes. So the Lopes looking for a leadoff base runner. Mentioned before, Lexi Coons with that 1-2-3 inning on the top half of the second inning has now thrown 3 complete innings in this tournament, or 4 complete innings in this tournament. 2 against Michigan State yesterday. Threw an inning, like I said, 3 runs against Boise State earlier this afternoon. He's now thrown an inning and a third of scoreless softball thus far here against the Bulldogs. 3-1 pitch coming here, Olson. Fastball ripped in the air to deep center. And it's going to be dropped out there by the center fielder Vineyard as she loses the ball in the sun. So we'll see how they score that one. Olson is on second, put a charge into that one, inches away from connecting for her first home run of the season. She'll settle for a potential extra base hit there. She's on second with no outs, and that'll bring up Maddie Dowdle. So the Lopes slowly chipping away in this one, trying to even up the score here early on. Dowdle showing bunt early on. We'll see if she pulls back. She does. First pitch, fastball ripped down the left field line, but foul. So Dowdle, who picked up a hit earlier on today, right on that fastball. So counts quickly 0-1.
Just like I mentioned, Olson did get the Lopes started for Maddie Dowdle to come in and potentially get another run on the board for the Lopes.
Again, Dowdle squares. And again, she pulls back. And again, she's swinging and rips it down the left field line, but foul again. So Dowdle right on those first 2 fastballs, hooking both of them foul, and she's quickly behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So with Dowdle behind in the count, look for her to wait back on this one, try and take it the other way and move Olson over to third. As the 0-2 pitch from Conway is ripped down the left field line again. Dowdle all over that fastball up in the zone, hooking it down the left field line. So staying alive here on 0-2. Dowdle squaring again as she swings through that off-speed pitch. And she's down with a strikeout for the first out of the inning. So Conway wins that battle with Dowdle. And that'll bring up Taylor Kay to round out GCU's order. So Kay hitless earlier on today. Average down to 312 now. Nothing to complain about. 4 RBIs, looking for her 5th right here with 1 swing of the bat. Lays off that fastball, count 1-0. Okay, slaps that one on the ground to third. And just making the play is the third baseman, Katie Tews. Kay out by just a step there. Does move the runner over to third, though. So 2 outs now, runner on third base. As we'll see the top of the Lopes batting order once again with Gianna Nicoletti digging in. Nicoletti picked up a hit in her first at-bat. Looking to drive in the run from third base. First pitch misses outside, count 1-0. So the corner's playing in. Conway looking to get out of trouble here. As the 1-0 pitch laid off, count 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the outside corner, called for a strike, count 2-1.
If Nicoletti can find a way on base, you have Holland on deck, who has the potential to give the Lopes the lead.
Shadows starting to creep in here in Phoenix. We'll see if they play a factor later on in this one. So that pitch misses up and outside, and the count moves to 3-1. First base is open. So Conway not wanting to give in to Nicoletti here with Kaylee Holland on deck. And the 3-1 offering is slapped to third base, but right there is the third baseman twos for the final out of the inning. So Nicoletti hitting it right on the screws. Will have nothing to show for it as we will head to the top half of the third inning. It is 3-1 Yale. We will be right back here on GCU TV.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
Back here on GCU TV, top half of the third inning. Yale up 3-1 over the Lopes. Lexi Coons back out on the mound. Second full inning in relief. Has thrown 4 total innings here this weekend in this tournament. Third team that she's faced. Again, 1 inning earlier today against Boise State. 2 against Michigan State as she's quickly heading the count 0-1. Coach Pearson utilizing Coons to the best of her ability. Again, Ryan Denhart, just 2/3 of an inning today after throwing 7 full innings last night. So that fastball misses up, count evens at 1-1.
This has been the second straight game where the starting pitcher has not got through the first inning, but Lexi Coons has shown that she has no problem getting called on the mound in the last minute.
1-1 pitch slapped in the air, left center, falls in front for a base hit. So a leadoff single here for the Bulldogs. Tarde picks up her first hit of the afternoon, picked up a sac fly in the first inning, so she's on for the first time. That'll bring up the first baseman, Carlin Hagmeyer. Walked in her first plate appearance. Bulldogs looking to get that run back that was given up in the bottom half of the first inning as the first pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0.
It'll be interesting if Yale tries to run on Holland. Holland has shown that she has a strong arm behind the plate.
Brianna Aguilar, who was the starter this afternoon against Boise State, warming up in the bullpen, looking to see more action in this one as that ball is tapped softly to second base. Play made there by Torville as she gets the speedy Hagmeyer for the first out of the inning. Runner moves into scoring position, so Yale has a runner on second now with 1 out, as Sydney Grobman, the catcher, will now dig in. Grobman picked up an RBI in her first at-bat on a fielder's choice. Looking to pick up another one right now. She rips that one to third. Smith blocks it, doesn't see it, picks it back up, throws to second, not in time. So Sierra Smith able to keep that ball in front, lost it there for a second, unable to come away with any outs. So now runners on first and second now with 1 out. So another golden opportunity here for the Bulldogs to stretch their lead. Courtney Ponce digs in, first pitch fastball in there for a called strike on the outside corner, count 0-1. We'll see how long Coach Pearson goes with Lexi Coons here, with the right-hander warming up. Just 20 pitches thus far. Pitch clips the outside corner again, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So Coons looking for a big punch out here against Ponce.
There's that nice changeup Coons mixes in every now and then to get a strike.
0-2 delivery. Cut on and missed. So Coons getting Courtney Ponce to chase the ladder there on an 0-2 with that fastball, and there are now 2 away. So that will bring up the freshman Olivia Sardoff, looking to drive in a run with the runner on second base. Sardoff picked up a single in the left field in her first plate appearance back in the first inning. So Lexi Coons looking to finish off the top half of the third inning. First pitch in there for a called strike. Tarde leads off of second, Grobman off of first. Fastball just misses inside as the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Again, Brianna Aguilar warming up in the bullpen. Only saw 1 inning of work earlier today against the Broncos, giving up 3 runs on 2 hits in 1 inning. So that pitch is sliced foul and out of play, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. So Coons 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. The runner's on first and second. Coons will try and get Sardoff to chase here. Has room to work with. 1-2 pitch. Up in the zone, check swing. Right back to Coons. She puts it away for the final out of the inning. So Coons gets into and out of trouble here in the top of the third as we head to the bottom half of the frame. Grand Canyon looking up to even up the score. It's 3-1 Yale here on GCU TV. The College of Fine Arts and Production invites you to an unforgettable night at the GCU Film Festival. Enjoy screenings and award presentations for some of the best short films, all created by GCU students. Catch this free event February 28th at Ethington Theater. So Lexi Coons able to get into and out of trouble there. That could potentially spell the end for her afternoon. She has now thrown 5 innings this weekend. Brianna Aguilar, like I've mentioned before, was warming up in the bullpen and is fresh. She only threw 1 inning against the Broncos here earlier this afternoon.
Lopes are look to continue with their bats in this inning to tack on more runs against the Bulldogs.
So Nick Conway out for her 3rd inning of work here. Has only allowed 1 run on 4 hits thus far. It'll be the heart of the Lopes order, with Kaylee Holland set to lead things off. Shea Smith and Sierra Smith due up as well. Lopes again looking to even up the score. Again, saw no success here earlier on. Kelsey Brodus just way too dominant earlier on today for the Lopes to scratch across any runs. So that first pitch fastball misses up, count 1-0 on Holland. Kaylee executed a perfect sacrifice bunt down the first base line, moving Gianna Nicoletti into scoring position back in the bottom half of the first inning. As that pitch is ripped in the air, deep left center field. Going back on it is the center fielder. It's going to be 1 hop up against the wall. And standing in safely at second base is Kaylee Holland with a leadoff double. So the Lopes in business right off the bat here in the third as Kaylee Holland picks up her first hit of the ball game. So Holland jumping all over that fastball. Inches away from connecting with her second home run of the season. Will settle for a double here as Smith digs in. Holland leads off of second. First pitch from Conway. Fastball ripped into left field. That ball is going to drop in front of the left fielder for a base hit. And moving to second is Smith. Heads up base running there from Shea Smith as she moves into scoring position. So the Lopes have the wheels in motion here. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Smith picks up her second hit. And that'll bring up Sierra Smith looking to even up the score. Shea looking, or not looking to do too much on that swing. Waited on it. Took it the other way. Dropped it in front of left field. And then took that extra base when she saw the opportunity, giving the Lopes an advantage here in the bottom half of the third. So the infield will be playing back. They'll give up a run on a ground ball here. Sierra Smith looking for her first run batted in of the afternoon. First pitch fastball misses inside, count 1-0.
Base hit here will absolutely score one, but with the speed on second, it could possibly score another one.
1-0 offering. Fastball ripped in the air. Deep right center field. Going back on it is the right fielder. She'll make the play. Tagging from third is Holland. She will score. It's a sac fly for Sierra Smith. She picks up her first RBI of the afternoon, and the Lopes cut it to 1. It's 3-2 Bulldogs. The Lopes putting a charge into one here in the bottom half of the third inning. First, the long double from Kaylee Holland. Sierra Smith driving in. Holland with a long fly ball to deep right field. Jordan Keaton digs in. Again, infield is playing back. A run could score a ground ball here with one out. First pitch misses up, count 1-0. Keaton picked up a base hit through the left side back in the first. One-0 pitch misses up, count 2-0. Keaton raising her average to 182 with that single in the first inning, looking to prove to Coach Pearson why she should get more playing time here this spring, as that pitch is popped up in the infield that will not score the run. There's a collision there from the first baseman Hagmeyer and third baseman Tews. Hagmeyer comes away with it for the second out, so 2 outs now, as the Bulldogs look to come away with the lead here with just 1 run allowed here in the bottom of the third. So that will bring up Savannah Torville. Again, Torville had runners on first and second with 2 outs in the first. Check swing ground ball on the right side ended that inning and ended the rally for the Lopes. She looks to make up for that in a big way right here with 2 outs and Smith over on third base. So we'll see if she jumps on the first pitch this time around as Conway gets the sign and delivers. Fastball misses up, count 1-0. Torville, again, was just 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in on the season. Both home runs coming in the first weekend a few weeks back, both against Charlotte and Oklahoma, as that pitch is ripped on the nose right there from Torville, but the ball will be snagged by the shortstop Ponce, and that will end the inning. So after 3 innings of play, it is 3-2. Yeah, let's go to the 4th. We'll be right back here on GCU TV.
I can laugh, I can smile, hold my head way up high, baby, it's all because of you. Yeah, I've got a new song I can sing.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Back here on GCU TV as we enter the top half of the fourth inning. Lopes chipping away. Sierra Smith picking up a sac fly in the bottom half of the third. It's a 3-2 lead now for the Bulldogs as Lexi Coons back out for her third inning of work, as she'll deal with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the Bulldogs order, starting with Katie Tews. And the first pitch from Coons. Off-speed pitch. Did she go? No, she did not. Set the first base umpire. Count 1-0. Katie Tews, like I mentioned before, Wisconsin native. Went to Sun Prairie High School. Was Sun Prairie's all-time leader in career batting average at .521. Also led the school in hits with 197, doubles with 39, and triples with 16. Was a two-time first-team All-State infielder. One from Coons. Fastball misses way up. Count 2-1.
The Lopes look like a different team after coming off that loss against Boise. Just down by 1 run now.
Two-one offering. Flips the inside corner. Count moves to 2-2. Two's career batting average at Sun Prairie is .521, holds the single season school record for a batting average of .610. As she will look at that outside pitch as it's called for strike 3. Coons picks up the strikeout, and there's quickly 1 away here in the fourth.
Coons getting into the groove as innings move forward, throwing harder and harder.
So Maya Seifert digs in. First pitch clips the outside corner. Count 0-1. Bulldogs looking to get a run back here again. Lopes chipping away with Sierra Smith's sac fly in the bottom of the third. Lopes also picked up a run in the first since that 3-run top half of the first from the Bulldogs. Coons quickly ahead in the count here, 0-2. Again, Bulldogs coming in this one 0-3. Have not quite seen as much playing time this spring as the Lopes. Lopes coming into this one with 13 games overall already played. As the 0-2 offering from Coons is ripped in the air. Center field, diving to make the play is Taylor Kay. So Taylor Kay showing off the glove in center field with the diving catch. And there are 2 away here in the fourth. Lexi Coons surely appreciates that play from her center fielder. And that will bring us back to the top of the order for Yale as Shelby Kennedy, the senior, digs in.
Love to see the effort, diving effort from Kay. It just reassures Lexi that she's got the defense behind her.
Kennedy with the healthy hack on the first pitch. Count quickly 0-1. Kennedy reached on an error. Back in the first. Struck out swinging in the second. Remember Yale's big 3-run first inning in large part to 2 quick errors right off the bat. 2 ground balls right back to Ryan Denhart, both misplayed by the first baseman Jordan Keaton. putting runners on the corners right off the bat for Yale. Coons gets the sign from Holland. 1-1 pitch. Off speed. Just off the outside corner. The count moves to 2 balls and a strike. And again, as I mentioned before, the shadow's starting to creep in this one. Then again, the sun has not been out all week here in Phoenix, so I am not one to complain. 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses in, and the count moves to 3-1. So Coons looking for a first 1-2-3 frame in this one. Lopes again looking to even up the score as we enter the bottom half of the 4th. They'll have the bottom half of their order due up. Taylor Olson set to lead things off. 3-1 offering. Fastball right on the outside corner, and the count is full at 3-2. So Coons' pitch count now up to 34. We saw Brianna Aguilar warming up last inning. She has since sat down. That's the 3-2 offering. Just misses off the outside corner, and Kennedy will reach. So Kennedy on base for the 2nd time in this one. So speed on the base paths for the Bulldogs, as Olivia Vineyard will make her 3rd appearance in this one. Vineyard 0 for 2 in this one, grounded out sharply to Torville back in the 2nd inning. As the first pitch from Coons. Foul tipped into the glove for called strike 1. So count 0-1 here on Vineyard. One pitch from Coons. Cut on and miss. Throw down to second is right on the money.
Holland showing off that arm she has behind the plate.
So Kaylee Holland guns out Kennedy for the final out of the frame. Let's head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Lopes look to tie up the score. It's 3-2 Yale here on GCU TV. So support GCU basketball at the WAC tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada, March 13th through the 16th. Discount tickets are available now at gculopes.com/events. Like I mentioned before, WAC tournament, very fun experience. Had the chance to go out there last year. And a tough loss late to New Mexico State. We'll see if things change this year. Lopes looking to make their first NCAA tournament appearance in their program's history. So Nick Conway back out there for her 4th inning of action here against the Lopes. Looked shaky in the first, has since calmed down, only allowing 2 runs on 6 hits thus far. Has been able to avoid the big blow thus far, as she deals with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, for the Lopes here in the bottom half of the 4th. It'll be Taylor Olson, Maddie Dowdle, and Taylor Kay. We'll see if the bottom 3rd of the order for the Lopes can get something going here. Toss it back to the top of the order. If anybody gets on, Gianna Nicoletti. We'll see an at-bat here in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch from Conway, misses up, count 1-0.
It would be nice to see the Lopes take the lead going into the top of the 5th against the Bulldogs. That pitch ripped through the hole into left field for a base hit, so the Lopes
in business right away. Leadoff single for Olsen. Picks up her second hit. Now has a double and a single, so runner on first base, nobody out, as Maddie Dowdle digs in. And it looks like we're going to see a pinch runner here for Olsen. Taylor Teton, the sophomore, pinch running here. So the Lopes looking to cause havoc on the base paths, no pun intended there.
Good one, Jack.
Yeah, they're always good, you know? But nonetheless, we'll see if Teton makes an impact here on first base. Takes her lead off. Dowdle squares the bunt, pulls back, pops it up in the air. As the play is made there by the catcher Grobman for the first out. So just like in her first at-bat, Maddie Dowdle all over that first pitch fastball, pops it in the air for the first out. So with one out now, runner on first. Taylor Kay digs in. Kay grounded out sharply to the third baseman in her last at-bat, moving Dowdle at the time into scoring position. Pitch, check swing, shot back to the mound. Conway has it, throws on to first to get Kay, so Kay moves another runner in scoring position here as she heads back to the dugout. Runner on second now with 2 outs. Lopes a base hit away from tying up the score here in the 4th inning.
Not what Kay wanted, but she does move that runner into scoring position for Nicoletti to possibly get a base hit and move her on into home. They are calling Kay out at second. No.
So it looks like they're going to call Taylor Olsen out at second base. So there's now 2 outs and nobody on after some confusion there down on the field. So Olsen is out on the play. Taylor Kay at the plate now, pops that one up. Foul, count 0-1. So that was Teton at first base, pinch running. And it appears that she left the base too early, therefore being called out by the home plate umpire. So 2 outs now, nobody on. That ball is chopped on the ground to first. Fair ball, tagged out. There is Kay for the final out of the inning. So an easy frame there for Conway as we will head to the top half of the 5th inning. Still a 1-run game here in Phoenix. It's Yale 3 and Grand Canyon 2. We'll be right back here on GCU TV.
One more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Back here on GCU TV, Yale still in front in this one. 3-2 lead for the Bulldogs. Lexi Coons back out their 4th inning of work. So it almost appeared as if Lexi Coons was going to be pulled for Brianna Aguilar at some point in this game. Aguilar again has since sat down. Looks like this game is in firm control of Lexi Coons, as that pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Again, Coons threw 2 innings yesterday in the win against Michigan State, allowing 2 walks, picking up 5 strikeouts, struck out 5 of her next 6 batters after walking the first 2. As that pitch clips the outside corner, count 0-2. Got the win against Michigan State, got the loss against Boise State earlier this afternoon through 1 inning of work, allowing 3 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. Struck out 1, allowed 2 extra base hits. That has been dominant so far today. That pitch misses up, count 1-2.
Coons is still continuing to get ahead of the batters.
Coons unable to get Olivia Vineyard to chase there on 0-2. See if he tries to get her to chase with something off speed here on 1-2. Goes with the fastball. Slice to third. Play there by Smith. Throws across the diamond for the 5-3 putout, and there's quickly 1 away here in the top half of the 5th. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Annie Tarte. Tarte picked up a single in her last at-bat. Sacrifice fly back in the first inning. So that pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Coons up to 48 total pitches in this one. Has thrown 3 2/3 thus far, only allowing 2 hits. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, no runs. Again, 3 unearned runs, on 2 hits for Ryan Denhart in her 2/3 innings of work. As that pitch misses outside, count 2-0. .20 offering is taken for a strike. Count moves to 2-1. And still nobody warming up in that bullpen for the Lopes. Coach Pearson confident with Lexi Coons at the moment as the 2-1 offering is slapped in the air. Left field. Lands foul on the left side of the third base line. So the count moves to 2-2. So Coons behind in the count 2-0. Quickly battles back. Evens up the count at 2-2. We'll see what she goes with here on Tarte with 1 out and nobody on. Coons looking for another scoreless frame here in the 5th. Top of the order due up for the Lopes in the bottom half. As the 2-2 offering. Slice to third. Smith has it, bobbles it, throws across the diamond, and still guns down Tarte for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 putouts for Sierra Smith. Almost lost that one, but was able to stick with it to get the 5-3 putout. So 2 outs, nobody on now. Carlin Hagmeyer digs in, the senior. 0 for 1 in this one. Walked in the first, grounded out sharply to Torville at second back in the 4th. That pitch cut on and missed for a called strike. Count 0-1. So Lexi Coons seems to be locked in at the moment. We saw it yesterday. Lost her control early on with 2 straight walks, but quickly battled back, striking out 5 of her next 6, like I mentioned earlier.
After that first inning, the Lopes have got 1, 2, 3 outs ever since.
It'll be a 1-1 from Coons. Pitch skied in the air, shallow center field. That ball might drop, and it will. Sun playing a factor yet again here in Phoenix as that ball drops. Taylor Kay losing it in the sun. Shea Smith did not have a beat on it as well as the ball drops in shallow left center field. So just like that, the Bulldogs have something going. Runner on first now with 2 outs.
Taylor Kay getting that backup to keep Yale on first and not advancing to second.
So the catcher, Sydney Groban, will dig in. Singled in her last at-bat. Picked up an RBI in the first inning on a fielder's choice. First pitch fastball misses outside. Count 1-0. So it'll be interesting to see here if the Bulldogs can capitalize on that play. We saw it earlier today, the Sun playing a factor with Maddie Dowdle, dropping 2 fly balls in left field against Boise State. That pitch misses outside, count quickly 2-0. Pitch clips the inside corner. Count moves to 2-1. And Lexi Coons has done a great job battling back after falling behind in the counts here. Not giving in to these hitters, but finding those corners and perfect spots to get back in the counts. 2-1 pitch coming here. It's a fastball, misses low, and the count moves to 3-1. So it'll be an interesting pitch selection here from Coons. Again, not wanting to give in to the hitter. However, does have to throw the ball over the plate. Groban just hitting .250 on the young season. 3-1 pitch. Softly hit. Third base side. Trickles foul. So the count runs full now at 3-2. Agmeyer will try and get a good jump off at first base on this 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. And the payoff pitch. Chopped foul. Groban able to stay alive. May have chased ball 4 there on the inside corner.
Sydney looks like she's not going to go down without a fight against Lexi.
See what Coons goes with here. Payoff pitch yet again. That pitch flared in the air to right. Right there is Nicoletti for the easy putout, and that will do it here in the top half of the 5th inning. So Lexi Coons continuing her dominance here on the mound in relief of Ryan Denhart this afternoon as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's Yale 3 and Grand Canyon 2 here on GCU TV. Go catch the latest series from GCU TV, Living as Lopes, Finding Your Purpose. Living as Lopes follows a group of GCU students as they navigate their way through college life and all that it holds, with a fun few twists along the way. Watch new episodes every week on youtube.com/GCU. So as we move into the latter stages of this game, it appears that Conway will be back out on the mound for her 5th inning of work. Lopes with an opportunity here, only down by 1 run, to pick up a split here this afternoon after going 2-0 yesterday against Michigan State and North Dakota. Again, to reiterate, the Lopes lost by a score of 8-0 earlier this afternoon against the Boise State Broncos. Kelsey Brodus, 6-inning complete game shutout, only allowing 3 hits on the afternoon. Lopes only saw 1 base runner get into scoring position. It's been a different tale so far here this afternoon against the Bulldogs. So picking up 7 hits and 2 runs, the Lopes still looking for that 1 big hit. Put them out in front. Running out of time in this one, as Conway will deal with the top of the order for the Lopes. Gianna Nicoletti sticks in. That pitch is ripped right on the nose yet again for the first out. Tarde at second base makes that play. In her last at bat, Nicoletti hit a line drive right on the screws to 2s at third base. Had nothing to show for it. Same goes for her here in the bottom half of the 5th inning as we have 1 pitch and 1 out. So Kaylee Holland will dig in. Picked up that long double to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd inning in her last at bat. Swings at the first pitch here. Taps it foul on the left side. Count 0-1.
Holland has the opportunity to start things for the Lopes, followed by the Smith sisters.
One from Conway. Fastball popped in the air. Third base side. right there is 2. So quickly 2 away here for Conway as she looks for an easy 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th. Only 3 pitches thrown thus far in the inning for Conway as Shea Smith digs in. Shea Smith in her last at-bat picked up to what appeared to be a single into left field. Heads up base running by Shea. Turned that single into a double as she rolls over on that fastball. Drops it foul, count quickly 0-1. Shea has been on fire all weekend long. Like I said, 4 for 4 last night against North Dakota, 2 for 2 against Michigan State, 2 for 2 thus far here this afternoon against Yale as she lays off that fastball, count 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 offering here from Conway. Fastball in the dirt, count 2-1. Smith does have power. One swing of the bat could even up the score here in the 5th. 2-1 offering from Conway. Fastball on the outside corner, called a strike, count 2-2.
This past weekend in San Diego, Shea led the Lopes with the batting average of .529, 9 hits, 3 doubles, and 12 total bases.
2-2 offering from Conway. Fastball ripped in the air to right field. On the track, at the wall, it's going to be 1 hop up against the wall. Shea Smith rounds second, she'll head to third with a stand-up 2-out triple. So Shea Smith continuing her dominance at the plate here in this tournament. Jumping all over that 2-2 fastball up in the zone. 1 hop up against the right field wall, picking up her second triple of the tournament. So just like that, the Lopes have a golden opportunity here right now to even up the score. 2 outs, runner on third. And Sierra Smith will try and drive in her sister over there at third base. First pitch from Conway. Fastball ripped in the air down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul. Smith putting a charge into that one. The count quickly goes to 0-1.
Shea Smith showing off that power and the speed to earn a triple with 2 outs and only down by 1 run.
Smith leads off third, 0-1 pitch. Just misses outside, count evens up at a ball and a strike. Sierra flied a long fly ball to right field in her last at-bat at the warning track. Drove in a run with a sac fly. Fouled out to the catcher in her first at-bat back in the first. 1-1 pitch. Misses high. Coming home is Smith as the ball gets away from Grobman, and that will even up the score. So Shea Smith triples with 2 outs, scores on the pass ball from Grobman as she's unable to get a handle on that one, and that evens up the score at 3. So a brand new ball game here in Phoenix. Sierra Smith looks to continue the rally here with 2 outs. 2-1 offering coming here from Conway. So a tough break there for the Bulldogs. So that pitch is ripped up the middle, trickled. And the play is made there by Ponce as the ball goes off of Conway and perfectly rolls right into the glove of Ponce, who throws across the diamond for the final out of the inning, but not before the Lopes tie up the score. Shea Smith with a 2-out triple off the right field wall, scores on the pass ball from Grobman as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. That's Yale 3 and the Lopes 3. We'll be right back here on GCU TV.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Do you want to be on Ask GCU? Twitter raffle.
Twitter raffle?
Tweet us your questions, and the person with the best question is going to get featured on the next episode with the crew.
My dudes.
What are you doing?
People don't like us very much, it seems.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Back here on GCU TV, top half of the 6th inning here in Phoenix. Brand new ball game. We're all knotted up at 3 as Lexi Coons back out there on the mound. 5th inning of work for Coons. Has thrown 4 1/3 innings thus far, only allowing 3 hits, no earned runs. Has been brilliant thus far here this afternoon as she misses on the first pitch there to Ponce. It'll be Ponce start off N2, 6-7-8 for Yale. As they look to take back the lead, Ponce 1 for 2 in this one, picked up an RBI single back in the first, struck out in the 3rd against Coons. As she pops that one up, easy play for Smith, and there's quickly 1 away.
The game now being tied 3-3. Defense needs to be tight, and Lopes need to get back in their dugout and continue with their bats.
So Lexi Coons looking for another easy frame here in the top of the 6th. As again, we enter the latter stages in this game. All knotted up at 3. It's looking like it was going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning for Conway. Shea Smith jumping all over a 2-2 fastball on the inner heart of the plate, driving it off the right field wall for a 2-out triple. And Grobman, the catcher for Yale, who's been good behind the dish all day, lets one get away from her on a 2-1 pitch, as that one gets away from Coons. And Sardoff looks to be shaken up. She'll jog down to first base. Seems like she's going to be okay. So Yale now has a runner on first base with 1 out. With a runner on first base, Coons now set to do battle here with 2s as she fouls off the first pitch fastball. Count 0-1. 2's grounded out to second in the first, struck out looking back in the 4th against Coons. This will be her second plate appearance against Coons on the afternoon. Yale with 3 runs on 5 hits, committing 1 error thus far. That pitch misses outside. 2's pulls back the bunt. So the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Lopes with 3 runs on 8 hits, committing 2 errors in this one, leaving 4 runners on base. Yale has left 5 runners on base, 2 in scoring position. As Coons delivers the 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses low and inside, count 2-1. Sardoff gets her lead off on first. 2-1 pitch from Coons. Fastball ripped in the air, right field. Right there is Nicoletti. She puts it away for the 2nd out of the inning. Sardoff heads back to first. So 2 outs now. Coons 1 out away from completing her 4th inning of work. Excuse me, her 5th inning of work. As the right fielder Maya Seifert, the 9-hitter for the Bulldogs, digs in. Bulldogs looking to get back to the top half of the order, with Shelby Kennedy waiting on deck. First pitch off speed, in there for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch, clips the inside corner again, and the count is 0-2. Lexi Coons with just 3 strikeouts in this one, looking for number 4 right here at the hands of Seifert. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the bottom frame for the Lopes. 0-2 offering. Fouled off. So Seifert spoiling that fastball to stay alive. Coons' pitch count now up to 70 total pitches. (0-2) pitch. Seifert checks her swing there, says the first base umpire. So the count now moves to 1-2. Coons looking to get Seifert to chase here. Coons has done a great job all afternoon long of selecting her pitches. See if she goes with the off speed again here on 1-2. Goes with the fastball up. Doesn't get Seifert to chase. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sardoff looking to get a good jump over there at first base. Ball in the gap could potentially give Yale back the lead here in the 6th. 2-2 offering. Fastball in the hole at short. Diving play there for Smith. Gets up, will be unable to make the play at first base as it was too late. An infield single for Maya Seifert, and Yale is in business. Runners on first and second with 2 away.
Nice diving effort by Shea to stop that ball from getting in the outfield and not making that choice to throw it to first and the chance of possibly overthrowing it and having the runners advance.
So with runners on first and second now, top of the order, swings back around for the Bulldogs. Shelby Kennedy digs in. First pitch in there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Shelby still looking for her first hit of the ball game. Has reached base twice. Again, reached on an error in the first. Struck out in the second. Reached on a walk in the 4th. We'll see what Coach Pearson does here as she looks to strategize with her infield here. Biggest at-bat of this ball game for Lexi Coons and the Lopes. Again, her pitch count up to 76 now. Has only allowed 1 walk. Her ERA down to 2.14 with this performance this afternoon. Looking to avoid giving up the big blow here late in this ball game.
Coons here showing Coach that Coach can count on her to come in relief and work hard. Not giving up a run.
0-1 pitch just misses outside, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Home plate umpire has been consistent all afternoon long. Coons looking to get ahead in the count, base hit up the middle. We'll see if Yale can take the lead. Third base coach holds up the runner at third base, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 outs for the heart of the Bulldog order, with Olivia Vineyard set to do battle with Lexi Coons. So Kennedy all over that fastball as she laces it into center field. Ball hit way too hard for Twos to come around to score as she's held up at third base. So all ducks on the pond now for the Bulldogs. First pitch from Coons. Vineyard lays off as the count is 1-0.
Lopes look here to get out of this inning, still tied 3-3 going into the bottom of the 6th.
Offering from Coons. Runners lead off. The pitch. Ball ripped in the air to right field. Coming in is Nicoletti, and she'll make the grab for the final out of the inning. So Lexi Coons gets herself into and out of trouble here on the top of the 6th. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th here in Phoenix. 3-3 ball game between Yale and the Lopes. If you're visiting campus this spring, why not stay at the GCU Hotel? Featuring comfortable rooms, a resort-style pool, and the Canyon 49 Grill. It's the perfect place to stay when coming to Grand Canyon University. Book a room today at gcuhotel.com. So we'll see if that will be all for Lexi Coons. Lexi Coons with 75 total pitches in this one, 5 innings of work. A masterful performance keeping her Lopes in this ball game after 3 quick runs on the board for the Bulldogs in the top of the first. After Ryan Denhart gave up 1 earned, 3 runs total. Coons giving her offense a chance to slowly creep back into this one, as they did. A run in the first inning, a run in the third, and then a run here in the 5th. So in the bottom of the 6th, the Lopes appeared to have chased Conway from this game, as we'll see a right-hander on the mound here in the bottom half of the 6th. Looking like it's going to be the junior Mary Bauman on the mound for the Bulldogs, as Lily Bishop is going to pinch hit here for the Lopes. So Coach Pearson looking for a spark in this lineup here as we enter the later stages of this one. Lopes looking to take the lead right here, right now. So it'll be Bishop, Torville, and Olson, 5, 6, and 7. So Bishop pinch hitting for Keaton. Keaton went 1 for 2 in this one, as that first pitch is in there for a called strike. Count 0-1.
Bishop is another transfer Coach Pearson has added to the Lopes from NC State, and Bishop has made 42 starts for the Wolfpack, 34 behind the plate, and recorded 22 hits and 5 home runs.
Mary Bauman, the right-hander, Orlando, Florida native, appeared in 8 games and made 3 starts in the circle in 2018, making her first appearance here this season. One pitch, drilled in the air to left field. That ball ain't coming back. See ya! Lily Bishop gives the Lopes the lead with a solo home run here in the bottom of the 6th, and it's 4-3 Lopes. So just like that, Lily Bishop with the pinch hit go-ahead home run here in the bottom of the 6th, as the Lopes are now in prime position to steal a victory here from the Yale Bulldogs.
With just one swing of the bat, Bishop has changed the game. Lopes lead now 4-3 over the Bulldogs.
So Savannah Torville digs, and that was a no-doubter off the bat of Lily Bishop. As the first pitch is taken for a called strike, 0-1. So not the start Mary Bauman envisioned as she entered the game here in the bottom of the 6th. Will look to escape further damage here as she deals with Torville with nobody on. Pitch ripped in the air to left field. That ball's going to fall in for a base hit. So just like that, the Lopes kick off the bottom of the 6th with 2 consecutive hits. Runner on first base and nobody out. So Torville picks up her first hit of the game. Bauman looks to settle down now as Maddie Dowdle digs in. Excuse me, Taylor Olson will dig in. Maddie Dowdle on deck. That was Lily Bishop's first home run of the spring. Now has 5 RBIs on the season. Lopes looking to add to their lead now. Torville leads off of first. First pitch to Olson. Misses low for a ball, 1-0. So now with the lead intact for the Lopes, We'll see if Lexi Coons comes back on to close things out. She's been dominant all day long. Has thrown 75 pitches. Ball chopped back on the mound. Blocked there by Bauman. And everybody's going to be safe. So that one gets away from Bauman as she looked to leap and make the grab on the slow ground ball back to the mound. Gets away from her. Runners now on first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up Maddie Dowdle. Dowdle's been aggressive all day long. Struck out in the second, popped up to short back in the fourth. Jumped on the first pitch during both occasions. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Pearson has Dowdle square to bunt here, move the runners over to second and third with nobody out. Again, Lopes looking to add a few insurance runs here in the bottom of the sixth. Nobody currently warming up in the bullpen, so it appears as if Lexi Coons will be back out for the top half of the seventh. Olsen leads off first. Bolivia pinch running over there at second. First pitch to Dowdle, squares to bunt. Pulls it back as the ball gets away from Grobman, so the runners move up, so Dowdle now doesn't have to bunt. Runners move up, second pass ball from Grobman, both coming in very important situations in this ball game, as Yale finds themselves in a bit of trouble here in the sixth. Infield will now come in. Dowdle squares as Bauman sets, pulls away. Takes the 1-0 offering on the inside corner for a called strike. Count evens up at a ball and a strike.
A base hit here will definitely score one, but possibly two if it's in the gap.
Dowdle not looking to do too much here. Get it through the hole here. Score 2 runs as that pitch misses outside. Count goes to 2-1. That pitch misses. Nice block there from Grobman, able to keep it in front, not allowing the run to score. The count moves to 3-1. First base is open. Bauman not looking to give in here to Dowdle. Taylor Kay waiting on deck. Lopes would love to put up a crooked number here in the sixth. That ball is chopped through the middle and into center field for a base hit. One run's going to score. As Olsen is held up at third, it's an RBI single for Maddie Dowdle. And the Lopes now have a 2-run lead. It's 5-3. So things are clicking now for the Lopes offense here in the bottom of the sixth as Taylor Kay will dig in. Runners on the corners and nobody out. We'll see if Dowdle takes off here, trying to eliminate the double play here with nobody out. Bauman gets a sign from Grobman. Sets and delivers. Kay lays down the bunt with Dowdle going as it's bunted foul, count 0-1. Olsen looking to get a nice lead off of third as Kay chops that one. And it's going to be fair. It hits Kay, so she's going to be out. Olsen will head back to third. Dowdle moves to second. And she's going to have to go back to first. So now runners on the corners with one out now as Kay grounds out. As Gianna Nicoletti digs in. So Nicoletti just trying to find grass here. Looking to extend the Lopes lead to 6-3. As it looks like we could see a pitching change. Mary Bauman not envisioning this outing here this afternoon. So it appears we're going to see a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out and runners on the corners. It's going to be a left-handed pitcher, Tara Jerbeck. The southpaw coming on for Yale as Mary Bauman exits. 5-3 Lopes, runners on the corners, and 1 out. Lily Bishop welcoming Bauman right off the bat with a long, towering go-ahead home run here in the bottom of the 6th inning, her first of the season. Lopes since leading on. Maddie Dowdle with an RBI single.
Lopes look here to tack on more insurance runs with runners on 3rd and 1st with only 1 out.
Jerbeck out of Rescue, California. Will be making her 3rd appearance this season, has 1 loss already, 2 ERA, has 2 strikeouts and 7 innings of work. Comes into this year as one of the team captains. Her 214 career strikeouts are the 7th most in Yale softball history. So she looks to get out of this jam. Runners on the corners, 1 out, top of the order for the Lopes. Nicoletti 1 for 3 this afternoon, singled in the 1st, lined out sharply to 3rd in the 2nd, and then lined out sharply again to 2nd back in the 5th. First pitch swinging, fouls it off, count 0-1. So with Kay at the plate, Dowdle was going. We'll see if she goes again to avoid the double play. Olson leading off of 3rd. 0-1 pitch from Jerbeck. And there goes Dowdle. So double play eliminated, as there's now runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. 1-1 pitch coming here to Nicoletti. Just 1 RBI on the spring for Nicoletti. As she looks to drive in a run here, she will. As she's thrown out at first, just in the nick of time. So a 6-3 lead now for the Lopes. As Olson comes around to score, RBI goes to Nicoletti, her 2nd on the season. And there's now a runner on 3rd with 2 outs. So Kaylee Holland digs in. See if the Lopes could add 1 more here with a runner on 3rd. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Holland picked up a long double to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Lay down a sac bunt in the 1st before popping up to 3rd in her last at bat in the 5th. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, count levels at 1-1. Holland with 10 RBIs already this season, looking for number 11 with a base hit here. Grounded softly to short, across the diamond for the final out. And that will do it here in the bottom of the 6th, but not before the Lopes score 3 more runs. Capped off by the go-ahead pinch hit solo home run off the bat of Lily Bishop. Let's head to the top half of the 7th here in Phoenix. Will the Lopes pick up a win? Only one way to find out. We'll be right back here on GCU TV.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Back here on GCU TV, top half of the 7th inning, Lopes looking to pick up the win this afternoon against the Yale Bulldogs, up 6-3. Lexi Coons looking to finish what she started in this one, came on with 2 outs in the top half of the 1st inning. Ryan Denhart allowing 3 runs on 2 hits. Before Coons came in, 5 1/3 innings thus far, only allowing 5 hits, no runs allowed. As the first pitch is in there for a called strike, she deals with the heart of the Bulldog order. Annie Tarte leading things off, 1 for 3 in this one. Picked up a sac fly in the first before singling in the third. 0-1 offering. Off-speed pitch misses low and outside. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Coons, like I mentioned earlier, did not have a great outing earlier today against Boise State, only throwing 1 inning, allowing 3 runs, but has been brilliant so far here this afternoon against the Bulldogs. 1-1 pitch. Ripped in the air to right field. That's going to dump in front of Nicoletti. A leadoff single for Annie Tarte. So the Bulldogs looking to get something going as they trail by 3 with just 3 outs to go in this one. So with Tarte on first, Hagmeyer will dig in. Carlin singled in her last at-bat into center field. 1 for 3. That first pitch fastball is fouled straight back and out of play. Count 0-1. Yale led this one 3-0 early on. Lopes slowly chipped away with a run in the first, run in the third. Tied the game in the 5th after Shea Smith's triple. Came around to score on a pass ball from the catcher Grobman. Lopes taking the lead in the bottom of the 6th, in large part thanks to Lily Bishop's pinch hit solo home run. First of the season. Tacked on a few more. Maddie Dowdle with an RBI single. 1-1 offering from Coons. Hits the outside corner for a called strike. Count moves to 1-2. Gianna Nicoletti picking up her second RBI of the season as well in the 6th. So 1-2 offering is sliced in the air, and that's going to get into left field for a base hit. This game ain't over yet as the Bulldogs are going to bring the tying run to the plate. Runners on first and second with nobody out.
If the score stays the same, the Lopes will earn a split with a loss over Boise State and a win against Yale. But like Jack said, the game is not over with runners on first and second and no outs.
So Sydney Grobman digs in. First pitch swinging, grounder to Smith. There's 1. There's 2. On to first. Not in time. We almost saw something special there, Darby. A potential game-ending triple play at the hands of the Lopes. So Lexi Coons being picked up by her defense there. Perfectly placed ground ball right to Sierra Smith, who stepped on the bag at third base. Tossed to Savannah Torville at second.
Yes, triple plays do not happen often, but that would be nice to go out and end this game off of a triple play.
Grobman just barely beating the throw there at first base. And she will be pinch run for over there at first. So Bulldogs now down to their final out. 2 outs, runners on first. Lexi Coons looking to finish this game off. It's a 6-3 Lopes lead here in Phoenix. Shadows really creeping in towards the circle now, as the first pitch fastball's in there for a called strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch misses outside, count levels at 1-1. Cuss leads off at first, 1-1 offering. Cut on and miss for strike 2, and the Bulldogs are down to their final strike. Lexi Coons with 6 innings of work, allowing 7 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts thus far. 1-2 offering. Ripped right at Smith. She snags it for the final out, and that will do it here in Phoenix as the Lopes pick up an exciting 6-3 victory over the Yale Bulldogs. So the Lopes chipping away in this one, down 3-0. Chip away, tie up the game in the 6th. Lily Bishop gives them the lead in the 6th with her first home run of the season. A pinch hit job. A bomb over the left field wall. Lexi Coons the story in this one, though. 6 innings of shutout baseball, relieving Ryan Denhart. So the Lopes pick up the score, or pick up the win. Final score, 6-3 over the Yale Bulldogs. Thanks for tuning in to the GCU Purple Classic. Softball will return March 1st to host the Lopes Up Classic. Follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. From Darby Catalfamo, I'm Jack O'Hara. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, and remember, go Lopes!